Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and thank you for joining me for episode 7 of Potential Superstars of FM22. So in the last episode we showed you Karim Adeyemi and what a player he turns out to be in the game. Today we are going to try and unearth another gem, and this player is Angelo. Let's have a little look at him. He's a 16-year-old who starts the game off in Santos's first team. You can see he is an attacking midfielder right or a striker who can play through the middle. Santos value him at 5.6 million to 16.5 million, and he starts the game on £2,800 per week with a contract until 2023. So there might be a little bit of manoeuvring room there if you want to get in early and try and prize him away from Santos. If we look at his stats, you can see there's nothing really to shout home about too much. He has good potential for both of his positions. So he has dribbling of 14, finishing of 11, first touch of 12, passing of 12, technique of 13. His mental attributes are anticipation of 13, composure of 12, concentration of 13, decisions of 13, flair of 15, off the ball 12, teamwork of 11, vision of 12, work rate of 12. In terms of his physicals, he has good acceleration with 14, agility of 13, natural fitness of 13, pace of 13, and stamina of 12. So when you look at him as a 16-year-old, you can see that there is a lot of raw potential there. He's a player that I think will develop into something pretty special in the game. I think that the next time we see him in 5 years' time, he will probably pop up in Europe somewhere, as he's one of those players that is definitely going to be on everybody's shortlists. So let's jump 5 years into the future and show you exactly what Angelo looks like. But before I show you what Angelo is going to develop into in Football Manager 22, this is my opportunity to ask for a little small favour. If you're at this point of the video and you're curious to find out what Angelo is going to turn out into, and you haven't already hit the subscribe and like button, please consider doing it now. Every click of those buttons helps the channel so much. I enjoy bringing content, especially content like this, and I know that the people who view it enjoy it too. But if you're one of those people that have already done that for me, a big thank you. Let's show you what Angelo turns into in FM22. So here we are then. As you can see, Angelo is now developed as a player. He has been transferred to Inter Milan. He is 21 years old and he has now made 9 appearances for the Brazilian national team, scoring 5 goals. Inter Milan value the player at 61 to £184 million and have given him a £300,000 per week contract as a regular starter, and that contract runs through to 2030, so approximately 4 years into the future. Looking at his positions, he is now a midfielder / attacking midfielder right or a striker. Now, you may have already glanced across here and you can see that his stats have exploded. Looking at the attributes in the technicals, crossing 14, dribbling 17, finishing 13, first touch 15, heading 12, long shots 13, passing 14, penalty taking 14, technique of 15. When we look at his mental attributes, 16 for anticipation, 16 for composure, 15 for concentration, decisions for 16, determination is 12, flair is 16, leadership 12, off the ball 15, teamwork 12, vision 15, work rate of 13, and his physicals are just ridiculous. Nearly green everywhere. Acceleration of 16, agility of 17, balance of 16, natural fitness of 15, pace of 16, stamina of 16, strength of 13. So if we have a little look at his media description, he is an elite winger and he has some player traits that have developed too. So he gets forward whenever possible and cuts in from the right wing. This is a player who really has exploded in the game, and let me tell you, he had an unexpected stop along the way. If you've already looked in the bottom right hand corner looking at his seasonal stats, you can see that in 2022 he played 40 games, scoring 11 goals, 3 assists and 1 player of the match for a 6.93 rating. He then played in 2023 12 games, 4 goals, no assists, 1 player of the match with a 7.12 average rating. Now, this is where the unexpected move happens, as Brighton and Hove Albion pay £15.75 million for the player. He doesn't actually play in that first season, but in the 23-24 season, plays 35 games, scores 10 goals, 7 assists, 1 player of the match with a 7.05 rating. 24-25, 38 games, 7 goals, 4 assists, 2 player of the matches, and a 7.16 average rating. Brighton must have got relegated because in the 25-26 season they actually play in the Championship, and he plays 4 games, scoring 1 goal, 1 player of the match, with a 7.35 average rating. And that's when Inter Milan swoop in. Must have been around deadline day if he'd played in the Championship already. They pay £53 million for the player, 35 games, 7 goals, 3 assists, 3 player of the match, an average rating of 7.14 in his first season at Inter Milan. So looking across his career stats, 206 games, 48 goals, 21 assists, 10 player of the match, and an above 7 average rating with 7.05. So, Angelo may be an unknown 16-year-old at the start of the game, but 5 years in, by the age of 21, he is a player who will be on everybody's lips, as he looks like a player who could destroy teams, either coming in from the right-hand side or playing up top, maybe as a false 9. And he really is a player who, if you could get him at the price that Brighton paid for him, is going to be an absolute steal. So then, that's another player profile complete in the potential superstars of FM22 series. Angelo certainly starts the game as an unknown 16-year-old, tucked away in the Santos team out in Brazil. But 5 years into the game, everybody will know about him. Are you going to try and sign him for £15.75 million like Brighton did? Pinch him before the big boys come along and make the teams like Inter Milan pay the type of fee that they had to pay to get him. At this point of the video, once again, if you're here and you're still listening, firstly, a big thank you for that. Secondly, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe and like button to help the channel out, it would be massively appreciated. Everybody who has done that across the past couple of months, it's been so enjoyable doing YouTube, and I love bringing the content to everybody. But for this video, I'm going to wrap it up there. A big thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.